It is time. You are now live with the juice. Welcome to the street.
We won't bow down. Yeah. They shut the gate too fast. Call it peace, call it class. But I see who they wave through, and I see who they ask to move. Porch lights on the same old block, same old story, same old talk. If your skin says you don't belong, they can make a wrong look strong. But the fences don't define us, and the fear they feel will blind us. Every face they try to hide still stands right here tonight. Keep us out, keep us out, keep us out. We know what that is about. Keep us out, keep us out. We won't bow down. Keep us out, keep us out, keep us out. Your fear won't right the route. Keep us out, keep us out. We won't bow down. Names get tossed like stones from a driveway built on loans. They pointed brown hands first, then pretend they don't rehearse. But the steps on every street carry more than whitewashed dreams. We belong where we stand, no permission in our hands. Yeah, and the silence won't protect you when the pattern keeps on showing. Every wall they build in pride makes the truth come back alive. Keep us out, keep us out, keep us out. We know what that is about. Keep us out, keep us out. We won't bow down, 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 down. Keep us out, keep us out, keep us out. Your fear won't right the route. Keep us out, keep us out. We won't bow down, 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 down. Let it crack, let it show. Every lie they try to grow, one by one, the voices rise till the whole thing can't disguise. Keep us out, keep us out, keep us out. We know what that is about. Keep us out, keep us out. We won't bow down, 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 down. Keep us out, keep us out, keep us out. Your fear won't right the route. Keep us out, keep us out. We won't bow down, 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 down,
What it do, guys? It's your boy, the Juice. And as you all know, my name is Troy Bradshaw, but I go by the Juice. Big welcomes. Those of you guys tuning in, welcome, guys. Welcome. Man, we got a couple things cooked up. We're gonna talk about tonight, and we're gonna kind of be everywhere. We're pretty much just gonna talk about everything that's been going on, from pretty much the beginning all the way up until the recent ransom letters that we've been talking about these past couple of days. But mainly today, I also wanted to address some of what's, some of the people that revolve around the Pima County Sheriff Department. So we'll get into that as well. I'll share a couple videos. Of course, I like to share some videos. I wanted to bring up something I didn't get to bring up last night, which was some of those dispatch calls that were played by Juanita Adame. Shouts to her for pulling up some of those dispatch calls again. It does seem like that we got a search continuing out in Mexico. Don't know if, Nancy's out in Mexico, but the search is continued from what I saw today. So we might chime into that just a little bit. Nothing too crazy. But they are continuing the search out there, which is really nice to see. And hopefully they're able to dig up something. I know there was some rumors going around that Nancy was found out there, although she never was. So unfortunately, the search continues, and we're going to keep on digging. That's pretty much all we can do for now, until otherwise. But it's awesome to see Mexico so dedicated to, trying to find Nancy, and also, the people, somebody, out there that they're looking for, the people that they're looking for. That's pretty dope. They got a missing flyer. We don't even have those out here. We don't even have those. Isn't that crazy? Not one. We don't even have one of these. Now, I know Chris McDonough did bring it up that there were a couple put up on the borders, or on the borders, I believe, but there's only two, and I saw one on the way to Phoenix the other day. I think there's two when you're going to Phoenix. However, when you're coming into Tucson, I didn't see any, so I don't think we have any here. But it would definitely be nice to get those up. So I mean, maybe in time we'll get those up. Still no updates on any DNA. Still no updates on the Cajun Navy even coming out and searching. So I mean, moving forward, it looks like we got to conduct our own. And thanks to Mr. Chris for the idea. So shouts to Nick as well as AJW, because they're the only two people actively searching right now. And that's really not a lot of manpower, if you ask me. And hopefully sometime this week I'll be able to get out here and help these guys, do a little bit of searching beyond the park. So I think we need to try to expand a little bit. But anyway, let's listen to this just real quick here, and I'll dive into a few details. As a matter of fact, no, we won't. We'll hold off on that real quick, because I want to actually start it off with a prayer. Of course, we can't get started until we start it off with a prayer. So just real quick, I know it's pretty late. It's 1:24 a.m. for me. It's actually not too bad outside. It's actually a beautiful day outside. It's currently 82 degrees out here in Tucson, Arizona. So not a bad day. Not a bad day. Prayer for Nancy, for those who want to chime in and join me for a prayer. For those who like prayers, feel free to join me. Prayer for Nancy. Dear Heavenly Father, I just wanted to take the time out to thank you for continuously blessing me with wonderful people in the chat, continuing to bless me, as far as me waking up every day to a family, and just being able to continue to keep Nancy's name out there, and make efforts to do whatever I can to try to search for answers, and just most importantly, keep Nancy's name out there. Father, I just want you to continue to keep us all safe, continue to pray, to help us pray for one another, and just continue to guide us all in the direction that we all want to go in. In dear Jesus' name, amen. And we'll take a moment of silence here for Nancy, of course. Big welcome. Those of you guys tuning in. Good to see you guys here in the chat. Welcome back to those of you guys chiming in. Shouts to everybody who's continuously supported the channel. Just time-wise, I appreciate everybody continuing to just come and spend a little time in the chat and just come say hello. I appreciate it a lot. Sweet Leaf, how you doing, by the way? Gia, how you doing, by the way? Betty, Lori, Running Riots, Cynthia Drew, looks like C. Shelley. Big welcome, CWC Hooch. Welcome. Connie, how you doing? Welcome back, Connie. Shouts to all the members tuning in here. Much, much love, guys. Angela, welcome, by the way. I hope I said that name right. I think it's Hooch. I don't know. Jessica Starluck. Big welcome. Shouts to Adrian tuning in here. Good to see you, Adrian. Big welcomes. Big welcomes. Shouts to Gabrielle, my girlfriend here in the chat. Tarek. Man, good to see you. Made in the UK. Shouts to Made in the UK. I hope you were able to go live soon. I'm glad we were able to help her reach her goal. Debbie, big welcomes. She says that's her favorite song. That's my favorite song too. I love that song. I really do. I think it's Fat Redial. I was trying to figure out who it is. I think it is Fat Redial though. NVLV. Big welcomes. Greetings. Snacker, welcome Snacker here. Just trying to say hello to everybody in the chat. You guys know I like to say hello to those in the chat here. Dusty, welcome Dusty. Trying to see something here. I don't know why. Whatever. Forget it. Teresa, good welcome. She says, I'm suspicious of building that just got shut down. I don't know where any is involved in this, but 857 says that Annie is in part with this company. Interesting. Are you talking about the business that she has next to the park? Yeah, why did they shut it down? That's a really good question if you're talking about the business that Annie worked at. What was the reason? Texas Angel, big welcomes. Good seeing you, Christina. Welcome all. I appreciate you guys chiming in, guys. Welcome. So like I was saying, Mexico's continued their search, and they actually have flyers, is one of the things I just mentioned. We don't even have that. And I think we looked it up the other day, and it clearly does say you got to get some type of permission to put flyers up. It is not legal to just put flyers up. You can't go out and pass them out, though, I believe. Don't quote me on it, though.
I beg you now to return our mother to us.
Nancy Guthrie, the mother of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie, who authorities believe was taken from her Tucson area home against her will.
Nancy es una madre.
Nancy is a mother, and because of that, we have to search for her. No matter her nationality, no matter whether she's rich or poor, to us, she's a mother just like we are, and that's why we're searching for her.
The group began searching the desert near Mariposa in May following an anonymous tip. They've now searched 3 times and say they'll keep going back.
Oh, man, you got to love it, man. Shouts to the folks in Mexico. And these people came out here. Remember, they got in trouble for digging outside of Nancy's house.
Every time we go out, we hope to bring a heart, a treasure back home.
Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos posted on social media his department is aware of the searches but has not been contacted by Mexican authorities.
I wonder why. Isn't that crazy? Did you hear that?
My agent aware of the
We've already heard this before.
Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos posted on social media his department is aware of the searches but has not been contacted by Mexican authorities.
Not even Mexico wants to talk to that guy. That's crazy.
Agent Brad Garrett says it's important that law enforcement oversees these types of group searches.
You really have to have law enforcement's hands on there because evidence could get destroyed.
Accompanied by police on their marches and during searches, Buscando Corazones knows what's at stake. In April, the group says they helped discover a clandestine grave containing about 30 bodies.
Es una muerte indigna.
It's an undignified death. It's a death of abandonment.
A solemn discovery highlighting Mexico's larger missing persons crisis.
No buscamos al hijo de.
We don't search for someone else's child. We search as if they're our own. We take on that identity.
Identidad.
Maybe Nancy's family can't come search for her, but my fellow volunteers and I can search in her place.
Because these women aren't just volunteers. They're mothers searching for their own children.
No solamente desaparecieron a mi hijo.
They didn't just make my son disappear, they made our entire family disappear.
The group says as they track nearly 650 people missing in Nogales, they want the faces of those lost to be visible.
Siempre estás pensando en su hijo.
A nosotros las madres buscadoras.
For mothers and fathers searching for their loved ones, there are no holidays. There's always an empty place at the table because someone is missing.
Like the Guthrie family, they know the pain of not having answers.
To whoever has her or knows where she is, it is never too late to do the right thing.
And they say until every family can bring their loved
Shouts to the people in Mexico, you know, making efforts to search for Nancy. We can't even do that here. We can't even do that. I mean, you know, we can and we will. But it's just sad because, you know, we all know that, we're not even going to say no names. We all know who should be leading the way when it comes to searches, and we all know who should be out here searching, and we all know who was pushed away that could have helped us in a huge way, search-wise. It's just really awful, but that's okay. So I was listening to the interview room, and, you know, I watched them yesterday, but I didn't get to finish today. I didn't have the time to finish either. But I was listening to them talk about a few people, one being Mr. No-Nos, the other one being, oh God, what's her name? Laura, I think it's, how do you pronounce her name? Laura Conover? I believe it's Conover. And then Joe Cameron. Man, shouts to Chris for his work, his effort to just dig up information it's just been great. It's been great. Words can't explain how appreciative we are of Chris McDonough from the interview room. He's been great, seriously. So I want to chime in on that before we get to some of the dispatch calls. We might talk a little bit about the gentleman that was on Brian Enson's show that talks a little bit about cryptocurrencies as well. I thought that was rather interesting because he kind of talks about pretty much how difficult it is to track those IP addresses or just Bitcoin in general when it comes to those transactions. So I might share a little bit of that. But let's play a little Chris McDonough real quick before we share any information here amongst the people here in regards to the Pima County. If you're not familiar with Laura, I'll show you who Laura is, because we really haven't talked about her at all yet. So let me show you who she is. I got a picture here that I wanted to show you guys anyways, and I'm pretty sure you guys watched the interview room. If you haven't, I encourage you all to go check that out. But this is Laura, okay? Now, Laura Conover, she's an Arizona State Bar. She's an ethical supervision for. She's been in ethical supervision for 1 year after she was found like clear of some type of, I don't know, she was in trouble for something. Okay, she made a mistake, and she's like a big boss lawyer for Pima County. Her job is to help decide which people broke rules and what should happen to them. Okay. And at one point in time, Laura said something that she wasn't supposed to say about a big case. But this is the power of attorney. Now, she's like, how can I put this in words? She was told that, she needed to be more careful after she pretty much got in trouble. Now, there's something that Chris is going to bring up that I'm going to play here in a minute that it's been kind of kept under the radar that we don't really know about, which we already know there's something, we smell something's not right. Not saying it's her, because, we all make mistakes. I get it. But after told she should be careful, she had been watched for a whole year. So in one case, someone who liked her and gave her money for her job campaign was part of a crime story. And a judge said that it looks like she might be too close to this person, so she wasn't allowed to work on that case. All right. So, the community is, I think the community is somewhat concerned because we don't know if this power of attorney is making the right choices. But again, I understand that, she does make mistakes. So I'm not here to throw her under the bus or anything like that. Now, we got Joe Cameron. And we don't even need to talk about, Mr. No-No. But Joseph Cameron, I believe, is his name. Now, he's a captain. And Chris referred to him as a chief. I don't know if he's a chief, but I know he's a captain of some sort. And I'm new to this, so I don't really know too much about this guy. I know there were rumors about Mr. Joseph Cameron changing his name at one point in time. But he's like an upper level supervisor who oversees units, deputies, and operations. Okay. He's there's been rumors that from the public that he arrives at scenes forcefully. He escalates situations. And he uses a commanding tone that feels intimidating to a lot of people. As far as the rumors in regards to him changing his name or him hiding his past, I believe somebody said something one day and pretty much everyone ran with it. But for me personally, I haven't been able to find any official documentation stating that he actually changed his name. So I'm not going to sit up here and say, this guy changed his name, because I'm not sure. But that's the rumor, and, that's what I've heard. But again, I don't know. And I'm not someone who's, kind of feeds off everybody and what everybody else says. But those rumors have hit the fan pretty hard when it comes to Mr. Cameron here. So I'm going to play this clip here from the interview room. And by the way, Laura, she seems like she seems intimidating to me. I get a weird vibe from her when I hear her tone and the way she talks.
Where her office currently, these are her policies and positions. These are her positions. Again, for the record, these are not our opinions or positions. These are the positions of the Pima County DA. Her office focuses primarily on community safety through accountability, healing, and partnerships while prioritizing victims' rights. Okay. Now, what does that mean? Well, that's kind of an interesting position because she recently was on a panel
Good morning. Shall we proceed?
I'll let you look up
Yes,
the
please, go ahead.
organization.
Good.
So kind of ignore the sound because Chris's sound, I don't know if it's I don't know if it was their sound or it was Chris's. I'm assuming it was their sound and it was super echoey. Just to inform you, it's not me.
Good. Good morning. I'm so inspired by the words ahead of me, and I want to share with you something from Southern Arizona. My name is Laura Conover. I'm the Pima County Attorney. That's 1.1 million people in Tucson and much of Southern Arizona. As the county's attorney, I wear two hats, the DA and the attorney for the county. And so I already had to sue the federal administration 3 times just to get them to pay their bills to our local departments. And I had tremendous nationwide help on that. But last year when I had to sue the federal administration to get a murder suspect back in order to hold him accountable in state court and to get justice for a 3-generation local family, I had to sue the Trump administration in federal court to get him back into state custody. And I had to do that alone with my small office against the help coming in from Maine Justice Fighting. Don't get me wrong, we won. The law is on our side. We won. But I'm looking for a fair fight. And what this group of extraordinary people is offering is a chance for the nation to support us so that when we have to go into federal court as local DAs and sue on behalf of democracy and the Constitution and to hold harm doers and wrongdoers account, it needs to be a fair fight. We need to make sure that we have all the resources available so that the law prevails, so that we have a fair fight in court because the law is on our side. This is 1.1 million people in 9,000 square miles in Arizona. We share a border with Mexico, our neighbors in Mexico. We share our land with the people of the Pasquayaki tribe and the Tohono O'odham Nation. And we are so proud that this warm sun has made us a warm and welcoming community that has been resettling lawful refugees for decades, where they not only survive, they thrive. What that means right now is that over half of my community is living in crippling fear. Fear to go to school, fear to go to work, fear to just live. And at the same time, I am begging them to remain calm, to be smart, to go out there and protest as a community and do it peacefully and to use de-escalation even when we're faced with escalation and high risk on the other side.
So she sued the feds because they were blocking her from getting access to a murder suspect, I believe. And, the Pima County needed to prosecute for multiple local victims.
And while I'm begging them to be peaceful, I need them also to know that if you come into our community in Southern Arizona, I don't care what you are wearing or what agency you claim. If you break state law and you cause us harm, I will do everything in my power to bring you into court and to hold you to account.
And what actually happened was, I believe, a man named Julio Cesar, he was accused for killing a 69-year-old man during a carjacking, and I believe, actually, what's even crazy about it too is, I from what I'm seeing, or from what I saw, Tucson police was the one who actually made the arrest.
These are the promises we're having to make to our communities because the local DAs are the #1 voice being heard right now and the last line of defense against our community facing true harm. I can't thank you all enough for the organizers who've come in to make this happen and for you and your attention to this. Let's go.
Thank you, Laura Conover.
Okay, so let's go. That last statement, it does not matter what uniform you wear or what badge you claim to carry. You cannot violate state law. You will be held accountable. Okay, is there any question now about the axe to grind with the federal government, because she's talking about ICE agents. Why did it take the sheriff 4 days to let the FBI in? Because they hate the feds. That's why. And that's why we said in the very beginning on this panel, there's something more behind the curtain. And we said there are 2 trains going.
So I wouldn't say that, she necessarily hates the feds, but I think that there is some conflict there. They're pretty much childish at this point, but I believe she doesn't like them because of that major fight over the murder suspect. And, the feds pretty much blocked her from her being able to do her job for the most part.
The FBI train and the Pima County Sheriff's train. And that is why we are 5 months still talking about this. Because even though there is a perception of support for law enforcement, the reality is there is a hatred behind the scenes. And that's why Kelly showed up with a box of donuts. That's why Kash Patel released the suspect's description on his own without asking anybody. And go ahead, Karen.
No, keep going.
And that is why he sent Nanos sent the evidence to different labs without asking anybody's permission.
Isn't this crazy, guys? It's almost like she's on the same page as Mr. No-No. It's almost like it's not almost, they are. It's some questionable things going on for sure. And this is why I'm glad that Chris woke us up to this, because I had no idea until he brought this to our attention.
He just did it. And that's why Nancy Guthrie is still missing. That's why none of the cops are hitting the streets and going to the places that we went to the other day and started asking questions about, have you seen this guy? There was a streamer this morning that was showing the flyer in one of the parks, and one of the guys said, that guy looks really familiar. Now, I don't know about you. I think everybody on this panel would agree that's what you want to do in this kind of case. And I said it recently about the waiting for Santa Claus. It's almost like waiting for Guffman. That said, Bob, this is the case that you were talking about. So I'm glad you caught me, which was perfect. And we had not talked, everybody, but everybody, great minds think alike. And we've always asked the question, is this being driven by something else other than the real reason for looking for Nancy Guthrie? Or is there something behind the curtain? Karen, what are you thinking?
Well, I can only speak for myself, so this is just my...
See, Karen's kind of hesitant because she doesn't want to, I think she's walking on eggshells because she doesn't want to say the wrong thing, and she knows that, Laura's made a mistake, and it seems like she doesn't want to hold her to it, because we like I said, we all make mistakes, but come on now. Come on. These mistakes that they're making with just the Nancy Guthrie case is, it says a lot. It says a lot. We don't even need to elaborate on it.
My opinion, as a journalist of many, many years, we have more in common than we think we do.
Deborah, thanks for the jewel.
As a society. I think everybody wants a safe community They want their kids to be educated. They want to go to bed at night knowing that, if a bad guy breaks in, if I pick up the phone and call 911, I'm going to get help. The police are going to be there. And I think along with that, you want to know that the top prosecutor in the land you live is quietly behind the scenes, following the law and prosecuting the bad guys. Okay. That's my general sense. Of course, in today's world, things are so politicized. I think at the end of the day, though, most people in the community they live, they want to know that when police arrest the bad guy, that the prosecutors are going to pursue that to the fullest extent of the law, regardless of where they stand politically. Nobody cares. People want justice. People want the right thing to be done. And so when we hear this kind of stuff, yeah, it's going on across the country. I think to those of us who are watching the Nancy Guthrie case from afar or close, we want to know, we want to feel confident that when an arrest or arrests are made, that the people are going to be prosecuted. Bob, I understand that you really feel that the feds are going to take this over. At this point,
That's what should have happened in the beginning. The feds should have took this. The moment that they got involved, it should have been handed right over to the feds. And I feel like that's how it should go most times. But we should really be concerned, guys. And that's what Chris is trying to tell us. We should really be worried. I'm worried. I'm even more worried than I was before. Now knowing this, I'm even more worried. And I'm not even going to address things that I've been addressing lately, because I shouldn't have been. And so I'm limited on what I can even say right now.
Don't know that, of course. There's great arguments to have them, of course. But at the end of the day, we don't know that. And so I think, people feel better when they know things are going right in their community and criminal acts are being prosecuted. I don't know. If I lived in Pima County, I would kind of be wondering what is going on at the top, and are the criminals being prosecuted and put away? And
Bob, John, Gary?
Yeah. So let me just talk about the other reason why I believe that this is going to go federal. I mentioned that the U.S. attorneys were seen walking around the property. That's been confirmed by the U.S. Attorney's Office in Arizona. The person that we didn't see, or the office that we didn't see walking around the property and doing a survey of the crime scene, was the Pima County Attorney's Office. So we didn't see Miss Conover. She's not been there as far as I know. I've not heard any reports, and I'm fairly confident with the media and the YouTubers out there, we would have known whether Miss Conover did a survey of the crime scene, nor did any of her chief deputies, as far as we know. So I don't believe that they've been there, and just for those reasons, and the reason in the Aguirre case that the U.S. Attorney's Office came in and took that person in custody and held them federally, and apparently until a judge ruled against the U.S. attorney. I just think that this is headed toward a federal prosecution, and unfortunately, it's already politicized, and it's going to get even worse, I'm afraid. And because I don't believe that this U.S. Attorney's Office is going to back down. And I think the reason for that is, as we just heard in the video, Miss Conover's position on the death penalty.
It's terrible.
And so for that reason, I do believe that the U.S. attorney, and frankly, and this is just my opinion, okay, so don't blow a gasket, anyone. This is just my opinion. I hope that the U.S. Attorney's Office does take this over. The U.S. Attorney's Office has a great track record in prosecuting homicides. 18 USC 1111 is the code. And they also have a great track record throughout the country in prosecuting no body homicides. And now we don't know if that's what this case is going to be, of course. We don't know for sure. But I think we would all agree that it's leaning in that direction. And so anyway, just to reiterate, I hope the U.S. Attorney does take control of the prosecution in this case.
Awesome. John, you've been quiet up there.
I've just been absorbing what's being said.
So Laura is against the death penalty. And she said this publicly many times. That's what he's getting at. And she wants to offer, like, you know, things like the diversion, instead of, you know, she just pretty much wants to offer other things rather than the death penalty. She wants to give people chances, in other words. But and you know, I guess I could agree with that, you know, to a certain extent. I don't know if I ever feel like anybody deserves the death penalty, because sometimes I feel like it's better off that somebody kind of rots, you know, in prison for whatever, you know, high crimes that they've committed. Like, for instance, the person that took Nancy. So, you know, I guess I can agree with that to a certain extent.
Here, I suppose my concern is that if you've established a contentious atmosphere as the county prosecutor,
Deborah,
with your county,
thanks for the jewels, by the way. And I think somebody also had became a member of the channel, and I wanted to shout that person out before it gets too far away from me here. See if I can find it. It went away. Big shouts to Rose. I appreciate you becoming a member of the channel, Rose. Thanks so much, and welcome to the family. And welcome to the team, Rose. Much, much love.
Parts with the federal prosecutor's office there in Tucson.
So I encourage you guys to just go watch the interview room. It's a lot being said that people need to really be woken up to and understand what's really going on here. And also, I'll play this other part here, and then we'll just move on, because I don't want to, you know, I don't want to spend too much time on this, because it's fairly long. This is about 3 hours. I just wanted to point out a few things to kind of bring to people's attention here.
3 parties to the left of you watching this screen, and not one of them has an ethics, a criminal complaint, or had to change their name.
Let's remind people who the guy is on the right.
Go ahead, tell everybody, honey.
This is Pima County Captain Joe Cameron. So he used to be Joe Harvey, Deputy Joe Harvey, until, and refresh my memory, Chris, but he got into some trouble as a deputy, and he was forced out of the Pima County Sheriff's Department. He fought his complaint, or he fought the ruling in court, ended up changing his name, won in court, and won his job back. So then he came back, not as Joe Harvey, but as Joe Cameron. And under Sheriff Nanos, Sheriff Nanos promoted him to captain, and now he's the captain of the Criminal Investigation Unit.
He's the chief.
He is the chief.
Got 2 stars there.
So that means he's the overseer of the Nancy Guthrie investigation for Pima County.
Now, again, I said this already, guys, but I'll say it again. I don't know where Chris as well as Karen dug up this information, but I haven't found any evidence that he's ever changed his name. Again, from what I've heard, is all, you know, surrounded by simply rumors. I haven't heard or seen anything that makes that a fact. So I'm not going to make that statement unless I know for sure.
So this guy has never investigated a homicide in his career, we found out. And he reports to Nanos. Nanos reports, or keeps at least briefed, the DA there, And go ahead.
It's also worth pointing out the county attorney, she came from a criminal defense background. I believe she was never a prosecutor. Am I right?
Correct. Well, no, she's never prosecuted a homicide case.
Never prosecuted a homicide case. Okay.
This is terrible. This is terrible.
So you have a DA that's never prosecuted a homicide case. You have a sheriff that's never worked in homicide. And now you have a CID chief, Criminal Investigations Division chief, who has never worked a homicide case. One of the things we talked about on this panel was I had heard that the sheriff made all the calls, was making all the decisions. Now, Juanita Adami, if you want to hear some really good stuff, go over to her YouTube channel. She is a journalist, and she has put up some Broadcastify
scanner traffic,
where it sounds like the sheriff is doing just that, making all the decisions in some of those radio calls.
And that's from February 1st, the day that Nancy Guthrie went missing.
Bob?
All right, so I just wanted to bring that to you guys' attention just a bit, just to kind of, update everybody on those guys. I know some of you guys are familiar with that particular situation or those people in particular, but now he's talking about Juanita as far as the scanner calls, and that's one thing I wanted to talk about tonight as well. So let's just move along here. I don't even want to waste too much time here. So Juanita Adame at it again with some scanner calls here. Listen to this here.
To make sure she wasn't taken there. Here's the next transmission.
Sheriff. Sheriff 1. Want to be launched from 127 around 2 to Key West, the missing person. Any area they'd like us to start at?
Okay, so first and foremost, I'm going to say that Sheriff 1 is Pima County's helicopter. It's a primary tactical and rescue helicopter. Pima
area they'd like us 27. Sheriff 1. Sheriff 1. Sheriff 1. Want to be launched from 127 around 2 to Key West, the missing person. Any area they'd like us to start at?
Okay, so first and foremost, I'm going to say.
So I know it's very difficult to hear, but it states that it says we're going to be launching from 147 en route to the Camino Escalante, missing persons, any area they'd like us to start at.
Person. Any area they'd like us to start at?
Okay, so first and foremost, I'm going to say that Sheriff 1 is Pima County's helicopter. It's a primary tactical and rescue helicopter operated by the Pima County Sheriff's Department. The crew for Sheriff 1 is typically a pilot, a tactical flight officer, and a crew chief. So what I've learned or what I read is that the helicopter has high definition forward-looking infrared cameras or FLIR.
Yeah, we know it has all that good stuff. So one of the things that she brought up, and this is why I'm playing this, is because I'm starting to wonder and question whether or not if Annie and Tommaso or whoever made that dispatch call, because we don't know who made the dispatch call at all, or the 911 call, we don't know. I'm starting to question whether or not they told them that she might have wandered off or not. And I don't know if that was, I'm questioning whether or not that was stated in the 911 call or it was stated upon arrival when they got there to Nancy's house, if they even went there that day. But we all know something led the police to Annie and Tommaso's house. We all know something led them there. Something wasn't adding up. Something wasn't right. But listen in this dispatch call, because in one of these dispatch calls you'll hear that they clearly treated this as a walk away, like she just walked off. Now remember, Savannah came out and said that she could only go to the mailbox on a good day. She has limited mobility.
Out of really rugged terrain areas. So it sounds to me like the helicopter is taking off and then the pilot says, hey.
I think we lost service.
So in this one, it sounds like the pilot is asking, hey, we have this area on Skyline. Then there's about 10 miles west of Campbell.
I think we lost service.
I
We're
think
good.
he's just trying to clarify, hey, where should we search? And then again, it sounds like Nanos jumps in and says, hold on, let me go find out. Now, the rest of that conversation continues in this next transmission, so take a listen.
And Sheriff 159, how much fuel you guys have left? Minutes fuel. 10-4. We have no direction of travel from the house, so we don't have.
All right, let's go back here because I know we'll kind of replay some of these because I know they're very difficult to understand, these dispatch calls.
And says, hold on, let me go find out. Now, the rest of that conversation continues in this next transmission, so take a listen.
And Sheriff 159, how much fuel you guys have left? Minutes fuel.
So it sounds like they're already in the air. They've been flying around for quite some time. This is February 1st at 4:11 p.m. Now we know for sure if this is anything to do with Nancy, we know for a fact that, I mean, you know what? I'm not even going to say that. Just continue. Just continue here.
Sheriff 159, how much fuel you guys have left? Minutes fuel. 10-4. We have no direction of travel from the house, so we don't have any clearly defined areas.
So he said, we have no direction from the house, so we don't have any clearly defined areas. Continue here.
Direction of travel from the house, so we don't have any clearly defined areas. If you just want to expand slightly, I cancel that. If you just want to hit the immediate area before you leave another shot, we're guessing she has limited mobility and would be most likely close.
So we know this is Nancy, remember, because he said that she has limited mobility. So we know these are lining up. It sounds like these are lining up. He says, if you just want to expand slightly, cancel that. If you just want to hit the immediate area before you leave another shot, we're guessing she has limited mobility. We're guessing. No, either you know or you don't. Why would you be guessing? Then he goes on to say she has limited mobility and would be most likely close. So they assume, we already know they assume from hearing this that Nancy wandered off.
Okay, so in this one, it sounds like there's somebody on the ground and he's saying, wait, how much fuel do you guys have left? And then they say, the pilot responds, I couldn't catch how much fuel they had left. But then in that transmission, somebody on the ground says, we have no direction of travel from the house. She has limited mobility, so she must be close. So that kind of caught my attention because it sounds like they're searching for somebody who may have walked away, right? The reason appears to be because she has limited mobility. So she likely wouldn't have traveled very far. But if Savannah says that Tommaso and Annie told detectives that she could not have walked away and there was blood evidence everywhere and the doors were open, then why is it getting treated kind of like a walkaway, right? So I wanted to kind of better understand that particular transmission. I did a couple of things. First and foremost, I asked one of our local sheriffs. I said, what's the typical protocol for an elderly walkaway or a silver alert versus a suspected abduction, like what Savannah says that they noticed early on? I also looked up information about the response for a silver alert versus an abduction. So I just found this. This was just a Google search. The silver alert goal is to swiftly broadcast the person's description and vehicle information, if applicable, to law enforcement and the general public to locate them safely and quickly. The abduction of a senior citizen or the abduction of anybody, basically, the goal is a criminal investigation and pursuit of the abductor. This often triggers an active law enforcement manhunt rather than a general public safety broadcast. Now, the sheriff that I talked to, he added on to this. He told me if that initial call had come in as a suspected abduction, the response would have generally looked very, very different.
So now this, to me, this goes back to that 911 call. That 911 call had to be somehow, some way misleading. And I get it, I get it, but I don't. Because who knows what you're going to be thinking if your mom is missing and you don't know what happened to her. So it's hard, but I don't know, guys.
He told me this. He said, you would expect a much larger law enforcement presence, detectives responding immediately, the scene being secured as a potential crime scene, hospitals, yes, being contacted, we did see that, road closures if warranted, and significantly more resources dedicated from the get-go. Basically, his experience, he said that the language that he heard in this scanner traffic is much more consistent with an elderly walkaway or missing person than an abduction. But of course, that's here in California, and that's his perspective. So I'm not saying that's in any way definitive. I'm just pointing out that the scanner traffic appears to reflect kind of a different initial response than what was later described by Savannah regarding what Annie told her, that Nancy didn't just wander off. And so at least in these early radio transmissions, the response seems to be more consistent with the search for someone who may have wandered off. So I guess my question just continued to be, like, if Savannah says that those early reports obviously showed an abduction, why was it being treated like a walkaway? Or from what I can hear, treated as a walkaway.
Right.
Okay, so here,
Wouldn't they have that conversation over the phone and know that right away based on Savannah and Annie communicating? Or did they just get mad at each other and hang up on one? Like, what happened during that call? Because Savannah kept it really, pretty short. She didn't really give us a whole lot of information, when she was talking about the fact that, Annie, reached out and told her what was going on. So we don't really know a lot of details based on what happened, and what, just how the conversation went. But I mean, if it's my brother and I'm talking to my brother about my mother, I think we would come to terms whether or not, she wandered off or, she might have been taken. I think that's more easier to figure out knowing that my mother has limited mobilities, because if you take that into consideration, she can't get far. She cannot go far. Period. She's not going anywhere.
is the next transmission.
714. Okay, we contact for Metro to see if they had any transports 1060 of the LOI or any emails on that district.
Okay, so
go back. This one states that it says
714.
Can we recontact Metro, see if they have any transports or any females that match the description? Let's continue.
Okay, we contact for Metro to see if they had any transports 1060 of the LOI or any emails on that district.
Okay. So my same friend, the one who works as a medic, she told me that here in Fresno, we have what's called metro channels. So that refers to city or metropolitan areas. I don't know if Tucson uses that same terminology or that same dispatch structure, but if they also use metro in their wording, they could be saying, hey, go check with the city units to see if anybody transported this person, this female that fits this physical description. So I just wanted to point that out. Here is the next transmission.
I'm coming in to locate from North Femina Escalante for a missing person / vulnerable adult. Occurred from 2200 hours last night. It's for a Nancy Guthrie, number 5 female.
There it is.
84 years of age, 5'2" or medium build, brown over blue.
There it is.
Wearing Nancy.
Wow. Go back. So we know for a fact that these dispatch calls line up. For a fact. They just said her name.
Here is the next transmission.
So this one is stating that attempt to locate from Camino Escalante for a missing person, vulnerable adult, occurred from 2200 hours last night. Okay.
Coming in to locate from North Femina Escalante for a missing person / vulnerable adult. Occurred from 2200 hours last night. It's for a Nancy.
And then it goes, It's for a Nancy Guthrie, number 5, female, 84 of age, 5'2", medium build, brown over blue, unknown, last seen
Guthrie,
wearing
number 5 female, 84 years of age, 5'2" or medium build, brown over blue, unknown last seen wearing. Nancy, diagnosed with cardiac issues, high.
wearing what? Wearing what? Wearing what? There's no description. Wearing what? Why wasn't there why isn't there a description of what she was wearing?
VPN with a pacemaker, or medium build, brown over blue, unknown last seen wearing. Nancy, diagnosed with cardiac issues, high VPN with a pacemaker, unknown last seen headed on 1043 South.
I cannot believe that.
Wearing. Nancy, diagnosed with cardiac issues, high VPN with a pacemaker.
What the
what?
what?
Age 5'2" or medium build, brown over blue, unknown last seen wearing. Nancy, diagnosed with cardiac issues, high VPN with a pacemaker, unknown last seen headed on 1043 South 1 at 1630.
So this one says Nancy diagnosed with cardiac issues, high blood pressure, and a pacemaker. Unknown last seen headed at 1632.
Okay, so this was at 4:32, and there was one thing that stood out to me about this transmission is that they again described Nancy as a missing person.
And just real quick, hold on. And just real quick, let me go over to the timeline real quick. At least my timeline. You know, maybe other people have, different timelines. But let me pull up my timeline just real quick. Because the math definitely ain't mathing. And I gotta see. I think that 911 call, if I remember correctly, was roughly about 11 going into noon. Yeah, it sounds about right. No, it was at 12:03. So it was at noon, and that was the 911 call. So this is 4 hours later. So it sounds like they had been searching, I would only hope, for 4 hours. Or which is quite some time from the moment of that 911 call. And, it looks like the family checked on her prior to that, about 7 minutes before the actual 911 call. Obviously, there's no connection, that Annie and Tommaso have with the pacemaker or Savannah. Otherwise, that would have raised a big red flag if they took notice of that. So obviously, the only devices connected to is Nancy's, that being the Apple Watch and obviously her phone. So we kind of are aware of that. But I don't know. I don't know if that's questionable, with that 4-hour gap in between that 911 call and, the time that they were searching. When did they even start searching? Because the police didn't arrive after that 911 call until 12:15. What statement did they make? What did they say? What did they possibly say to the police, either on that 911 call or in person? What led them to go searching? Did they not take Annie and Tommaso's word for it? I don't know. Lola, thanks so much for subscribing, by the way. And I think somebody else subscribed as well. I missed the name. But thank you so much for subscribing, for those who subscribe to the channel tonight. Don't forget to give the video a like as well.
Or a vulnerable adult. This is kind of like wording that I have heard with silver alerts, but again, we're only hearing bits and pieces of these conversations, and we're not actually there. However, they do say that the incident occurred at 2200 hours the previous night, or 10 o'clock on January 31st. Now, they could probably
weird.
be talking here about the last time that Annie and Tommaso reportedly saw Nancy, right? But if that's the case, then that kind of raises another question. So if they seen her that evening and dropped her off at home, wouldn't they be able to at least tell investigators what she was wearing that night? I mean, we all know, okay, she was taken from her bed, so we're going to assume that she changed into her pajamas that night. But I would think that they could at least provide a description of the clothes that she was last seen in. So I guess I'm just pointing out that if 10 p.m. was considered the last confirmed sighting of Nancy Guthrie, it seems reasonable to wonder, whether investigators were given a description of what Nancy was last seen wearing. Okay, let's move on. Here's the next one.
Units responding to the missing person, negative transport from TMC Rincon.
So this one is stating units responding to the missing person, negative transport on. And I don't know exactly what that means. Maybe Juanita does. Units responding to the missing person, negative transport on. Maybe that means they had no success. I'm not sure.
10-4.
Okay, so that's just basically them coming back, hey, negative transports. All right, you guys. I'm going to conclude by saying this. First, in regards to that second ransom note that's been circulating.
I don't know, guys, but that really is weird. The fact that that one particular thing, to me, the timeline and everything lining up to this is weird, but the fact that they weren't even and maybe they just left that out and then they spoke about it later in person. I don't know. I'm just that's just being nice, but the fact that they weren't even able to say what she was wearing is crazy. That's crazy. They don't know what Nancy had on the night that she went over there. They couldn't even state that. Something's not right here. Something's not right. Big shouts to Juanita Diamond for pulling up these dispatch calls, man. She's done an awesome job. She's been growing fairly quick as well, man. Shouts to her. She's been doing great pulling up these dispatch calls. This has brought a lot to our attention for sure to think about. But we've always questioned the timeline. The timeline has never been, right to us. We've always questioned it. It's always been questionable. That is so odd. And maybe that's the reason why the FBI decided to go to Annie and Tomasos, or one of the reasons why they went over there. Very, very interesting. Shouts to Connie for the 10 gifted memberships. Much love, Connie. Thank you so much for all your love and support. Man, I truly appreciate it. Shush. Connie, always with the gifted subs. God bless you, Connie. Really appreciate that. If you are officially a member, do not forget to thank Connie. She's always gifting the memberships, and I just can't thank her enough. My goodness. Nicole has received one. Joanne Snacker, Sweet Cherry, Colleen, looks like Buzz, Coffee, Sweet Jenna, and it looks like Proud Navy and Renna Madison are all officially members of the channel here. All thanks to Connie. Much love, Connie. How you doing, sis? Robin Ray, thanks so much for the $10 super chat. She says it does not seem as this war, if this was ever seriously considered a homicide scene and investigated as such. Pertaining to these dispatch calls, it doesn't seem like it. It does not seem like it. And I feel like there's more. There's got to be more. And hopefully Juanita is able to dig this up. Speaking of dispatch calls, I believe Daphne Case Files might have posted something as well earlier. I didn't really get a chance to really listen to it or look much into it. Maybe we should play that. I don't know, but I don't know if it was pertaining to what took place during this specific time. It might be for something else. I think she was more pertaining to something that could be related to the situation. So yeah, I'm not too sure. Actually, you know, while we're at it, I guess I could take a look at it. I don't know if I follow her on X. Yeah, I do. I think she had posted some dispatch calls. So I just wanted to just look real quick. I think she posted some things from the Buckmaster guy, which is the show that Sheriff Nanos went on. But I thought she posted some dispatch, something dispatch. And I don't know if this is the same one that Juanita Adame pulls up. Let's listen to this just real quick here. Let me just read to see what it's talking about here. So it says it's 10:09 minutes, mentioned kidnapping in the beginning, and then constant chatter at the end. I think she says she hears an Hispanic male, thin mustache, sky mask, dark clothing, with white shoes. Wow. Okay, let's listen to this real quick because I think when did she post this? This was a while back. Maybe this was. Let me listen to
That
this.
could assist with shutting down Broadway and Chantilly. Try to direct traffic westbound. Our possible crime scene is going to be at the
What day was?
intersection
Wait, what
right
day was
here.
this? Let's see if I can see this. Oh, so this is the day before 31st. Interesting. Let's listen to this real quick. I wonder if this is the same dispatch because this is Tucson. It says Tucson Police, but I think it might be Sheriff. I think it just says that. Let me listen to this.
Copy your unit for Broadway and Chantilly to direct traffic westbound.
4U6. I'll take CS code for that. Porch 42, you can attach me. Porch 62, attach me.
2015.
3U5. Our victim here is saying, hey.
We back, guys? We back? Okay, I think we're back. Okay. We lost service there. I don't know what happened. But so I think this was a while back that Daphne posted, you know, the dispatch calls on her X. I think it might have just been retweeted. But let's just take a listen to this real quick here. And then we'll chime in on some calls here right now. I'll put the phone number up in the next like 5 minutes here. Let's just chime in on a few of these on these dispatch calls here. Give me 2 seconds to pull this up here. I hope we don't lose service again.
Is there a 10 unit available? He's got a frank for kidnapping.
Any canine unit monitoring?
Stand there. I just logged on. I'll be around for 1 like at 6.
6438 South Vanishing Point. 3U5. The apartment's clear. Male gunshot to the thigh.
Station 5, we are still holding off.
Copy. We're applying a tourniquet now. Upper right thigh.
Step forward. We're just waiting on the roving mechanic now.
Yeah, this is like kind of edited. All right, well I'll listen to that later and see if we can pull more up on that later on. I don't know exactly what the dispatch calls are about, but it does state that they were around the 10:09 minutes. I don't know exactly what that means. I don't know if she's pertaining to. I guess it says it's in between 8 p.m. and 8:30 on January 31st. So that's what she's stating here. But it does state that it mentions a kidnapping in the beginning and then constant chatter at the end. And like I said, supposedly there's something about hearing a Hispanic male, and then it describes pretty much the perp. So interesting, very very interesting. But we'll take a look at that another time because we're running out of time here. So let me post this number up here. Let's chime in on a few phone calls here before we end up wrapping it up here. I had a couple more videos I wanted to play, but I think we'll just hold off on those. I think we played the videos that I really wanted to play tonight, so we won't even sweat those here. But maybe if we get a chance, we'll play one in between, specifically the one revolving around the cryptocurrencies. So you can't call yet. Give me a second, though. I got to pull up the... I didn't pull up the phone line just yet. So if you call, I might not be able to get it. Actually, we're good now. Phone line is up. We're good now. I think Teresa was trying to call in from what I'm hearing. So Teresa, chime in. Chime in if you want to call in. I think somebody said she kept bringing it up, trying to say she needed to call in. Was it urgent or something? Was she saying it was urgent? If it's urgent, maybe we'll just get her to call first or take her call first. Hey, let's be nice to Teresa, though. I wasn't taking call-ins yet. I wanted to get through that before we were taking calls. But if Teresa's still here, I'll be expecting her call. As a matter of fact, if you want to just put like the first 2 digits of your number, I'll take your call first. Whoop whoop! Here I go since day 23 of this. Uh-oh. I don't know if you want to put your first 2 numbers though, so that way I know it's you. Maybe it'll just say your name. Say my name, say my name. When no one is around you. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me stop. I thought that's what I thought she was singing that song, guys. Sorry. So she's not calling anymore? What's going on? She could have been first by now. Maybe she's trolling. Why are you guys so mad or moving points but the Nancy case? I have no idea what you mean. Yeah, guess we're moving on. She's taking the P. Yeah, she's trolling. Yeah, she's not calling. Hey, Dusty, I appreciate that. Much love to you. Truly appreciate that. Yeah, phone line's up, so she's not calling. She's trolling. That's all that's happening. Anyways, thanks so much for the jewel. Short and sassy. I appreciate the jewel there. Let me make sure my sound is on. She's not calling truth words. She's just trolling. Says why all that and now not calling. Hyper Kimberly, big welcomes by the way. Welcome to Julie as well. What's happening in the chat? I have no idea. I wasn't looking at chat until now, so I could not tell you, Julie. Yeah, she was just trolling us. Yeah, I agree, Texas. I truly agree. Dang, she erupted the chat for all that, right? Sheesh. My goodness. Anyway, phone lines are up. Feel free to chime in, guys. I want to play this video here real quick here. And if somebody calls in, we'll stop it here. But I thought this was a rather interesting video. I know when Brian Entons, he's kind of has been going in circles lately with his interviews. A lot of the people that we see him interview, it's usually the same person. But this time, he's got somebody different here that I haven't seen, and he talks about the cryptocurrencies and pretty much talking about how, you know, how difficult or how not difficult it is to pretty much trace somebody that uses the Bitcoin and so on and so forth. I mean, he talks about a lot, and he also answers questions when it comes to the case. Pretty smart guy, it seems like. But let's just play this real quick.
Yeah. Are you surprised that with all the capabilities of the FBI, they haven't been able to track, I guess, I don't know if this is the right way to phrase it, but who created that Bitcoin account that was referenced in the ransom notes?
Yeah, Brian, thanks for having me on the show. Appreciate it. So first off, the thing about Bitcoin, it's not anonymous. A lot of people will make that common mistake. It's pseudonymous, and it's really one of the most transparent systems that has ever been built. You know, every transaction is public, it's immutable, it's permanent. And the thing about tracing, right? Like a lot of people ask the question, like, why can't they trace?
So real quick, because that's a big word, and pretty much pseudonymous is a person that uses it's a person that uses an alternative name. So they're using a fake name, not their real legal name. And you know, it's obviously obvious at this point, you know, that they're not using a real name. You'd be dumb to use a real name anyways. But it pretty much allows a person to like maintain a consistent identity. So and you know, this guy's been pretty calculated when it comes to this person reaching out to Harvey. Really, it seems like they're only reaching out, sending emails to Harvey from TMZ. But he seems like he's pretty well calculated to me, like as far as, you know, picking and choosing the times that he reaches out and sends emails. It's not very consistent and back and forth. So it seems like this person is making sure that he's, you know, he's making sure he's not going to get caught. That's for sure. But in the beginning, it seemed like it was a little bit more consistent, you know, when this guy, whoever it is, if it's the same person, and I would believe it is because Harvey said that this person is using the same, I believe it's coming from the same address. But for whatever reason, you know, the FBI just can't seem to track him. So, and I think he's going to touch up on that, which is very interesting.
The Bitcoin, why can't they trace this? Tracing follows movement, right? And that $152 that they sent initially hasn't moved anywhere, which is actually a common technique that law enforcement will use. $152 is actually a higher amount, but it's something called a dusting attack, where law enforcement will send a very small amount of funds to try and get the criminal to move those funds paired with other transaction activity so they can then effectively trace it. And that's what I believe was the technique that they were using, that they employed here. But again, it hasn't moved anywhere. It's exactly where the FBI initially sent it. So in this case, the trail hasn't gone cold. It just never started. And with like, you mentioned with all the capabilities and everything that law enforcement has, I mean, there have been so many more advanced cases than this. I mean, when you think of money laundering techniques and money laundering process, traditional money laundering, and this applies to blockchain ecosystems as well. You've got placement, layering, and integration of funds. And placement is kind of that initial stolen funds or ransom funds. It's the part where the criminal has obtained funds illicitly. And then layering, this is kind of where you think of money laundering techniques. You've got things like peel chaining activity where they're sending small amounts of funds to thousands of different addresses. And if this is done programmatically, it could be millions of different addresses and just very small transactions to try and break the trail. Or you've got things like chain hopping, where they're going from a Bitcoin blockchain to something like a privacy enhanced blockchain like Monero, which makes it extremely difficult to trace unless if you have off-chain information or intelligence that
Good morning,
you can
Heather.
pair with it, or just traditional mixing, decentralized mixing.
See you later,
like coin
Adrian.
joins. There's all kinds of really advanced obfuscation and layering techniques that these bad actors will use. But even in these more advanced cases, law enforcement was still able to trace those funds to an exchange that collects KYC or know your customer data, and then eventually ID the criminal responsible. But that's not the case here because there's no trail to follow, right? All they have are some addresses. And so there's wallet fingerprinting techniques like, where you can ID what kind of wallet they're using. But typically that requires some transactional activity. And if I were to guess, and I'm just speculating from the outside here, Brian, is that they're using like a burner wallet or a wallet that they created solely for the purpose of this criminal activity, where it has no transaction activity whatsoever, no funds that have ever been sent to that wallet, and then no funds that wallet has ever sent funds to. And that is how law enforcement is able to take little bits and pieces of evidence to tie and fingerprint what type of wallet it is, maybe what exchange it's associated with. Sometimes you'll see things like vanity addresses. That's just an address where it looks like a name at the beginning.
No, I didn't play Dr. Brucato's part. I'm sorry. I'm not going to lie. I get kind of tired of hearing Dr. Brucato. I mean, we've heard from him so many times, and it's just the same old thing. Mr. Juice.
Hi, Juice. This is Teresa.
Hey, Teresa. How you doing?
This is Teresa. Everybody wants to talk shit about.
Wow. Well, we were waiting for you to call in.
I'm right here.
Well, I'm glad you called.
Okay. So my point of talking shit today was, did you see 857's post where he went to the building of supposed Annie's Mental Smith studio?
No, was that he did that today? Or when was this?
No, it was about 4 days ago.
No, I didn't catch it.
Okay, well, obviously a whole lot of people didn't catch it. That's why they're talking shit about me and to me, because they don't understand what I'm talking about.
Fill us in.
Okay, so 857 went to supposedly, we're going to put in quotes, I'm putting up my finger quotes, where they are shutting down a building that supposedly Annie is involved with. It's called a mental smithing studio. Supposedly the mental smithing studio is at 901 North,
Main?
Hold on, let me look at my notes. Hold on, I got it. Don't tell me. North 13th Avenue.
Is that where they were talking about where she used to work at? Or where is this? Exactly.
If they're saying that's it, okay. If you're saying that's where she worked at, I'm sorry for that she worked at that facility, because if you look at the facility is nothing. And also, I Googled it today. Do you know that facility is up for rent right now as a 5-bedroom? It might be a 4-bedroom, 5-bath house. It's under a listing. I can screenshot. I can send you the pictures.
Yeah, what video
of the
is it?
facility.
I mean, I don't know. I wasn't saying she
You can
worked there. I was
go
just
to
curious.
YouTube. Go to YouTube. Go to 857.
Yeah, but what's the name of the video?
Go to 85. I don't know if he had a name for the video. Actually, I don't know that. Just go and you can scroll and see it. It's gonna say, Nancy's closing facility. It doesn't say Nancy's. It says suspicious building. I think that's how he started. So,
So is it a video or he went live?
No, he went live. He went. It's on 8. Go to 857. Scroll to his rails.
Yeah, I'm on his channel right now.
That's what those are called, right? Rails, 1 and 2.
Oh, so it's a short. Okay.
I'm surprised you guys missed it.
I
investigated the whole entire thing.
You're talking about the studio that they were talking about when Chris came out here?
It's called Spectacle something. I don't even know because I wasn't even paying attention to it. But the address to that facility is 901 North 13th. But if you Google the mental smithing studio, it takes you to a whole nother place. Because the sign says, well, the way 857 demonstrated it and said that she has a mental smithing studio at that address, but that's not the address that the smithing studio is at. The smithing studio is at 245 South Plummer Avenue, and that's a storage unit. And the storage unit was built in 1920, and the storage unit was built for, where's my notes? Hold on. I got my notes. It was built for farming storage.
And how did you discover that?
I read every single freaking information about it on Google.
But here is the most interesting thing that is going on at this property.
I don't care about all these people thinking I'm crazy. I do my research.
I think you're talking about the studio that Chris visited when he came out here, where they had the used car place next door. Can you see the stream?
The direction of the Splinter Collective
I'm
Board.
actually trying to go back to
when we find a sustainable arrangement.
I'm going back
We love you.
Do I need to go to the live stream?
Well, I was just trying to see if I'm looking at the right place that you were talking about.
Most interesting.
Okay, hold on.
But here is the most interesting thing
Give me one.
that is going on at this property. It appears that they are closing.
And then also, like, I've been trying to get in contact with Voices of the Missing to go over this. But apparently, like, they're too busy or something also.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Collective Board.
No, I do a lot of research on this whole entire case.
No, I know that, but I'm saying I don't know. I don't have their contact information, or I'd love to reach out to them for you. But
I have their information. I have their contact information. Oh shit! No, I don't want to do all this.
So you said what was the address?
But here is the
for which one?
Because you said that where he visited, that's not where That's not the business that Annie had?
Okay, so where 857 went, he went to the 901 North 13th Avenue. Okay? When you read his
I think this is 325.
okay, but go
West
go
2nd.
to first I need you to go to 857. Go to YouTube, go to 857. Go to his reels and scroll to where it says they're closing down this all of a sudden facility.
That's why I was telling you to go to the stream to see if we were watching the right thing, because I'm on it right now on the stream.
Gotta get to you. Why isn't it showing you? No, I don't want any of these. Okay, I'm gonna have to go to search because it's not showing you for some reason.
But this place that I'm looking at right here is off of Main and Speedway, and this is right next to the park where AJW and Nick have been searching, where Chris was saying to go when he came out to Tucson just last week.
Just 1 second, please. I'm just trying to get to your page on my TV.
Yeah, take your time.
Because I'm on the phone with you, so I can't
You're good.
see what you're doing. Just what the heck? J-U. Can you please spell your name out for me? Because I'm trying to type it in, and I'm spelling the juice, and it's not liking what I'm putting.
You need me to
J-U.
You need me to spell my name? It's gonna be D as in dog.
No,
A-A.
for your page. No, the YouTube page.
Yeah, D as in dog, AA, and then juice.
Oh, that's why I'm probably, because I'm typing in juice for YouTube.
I was gonna say you had to be on the stream if you got the number though, so I figured you'd be able to navigate back pretty quick.
It's not going right on live. Let me push back to live. Okay, live. Oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. Everything was right there. Don't you hate these moments?
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
Thank you for your patience. And I know you do have them. What the fuck?
Every day.
Juice. I'm even trying to go to my podcast and it's not freaking showing. What the heck? Live.
Roger. Olivia. Now.
I'm
Oh
so
my
sorry.
God.
Sorry, all the followers. Teresa is not full of shit. I got you guys.
Take your time. It's okay. We got all day. We'll wait.
No, I don't need to type in juice.
No. There's no other callers calling. It's
actually
okay.
looking for you. It's good juice. I'm going back. All the way back.
Like I had to cancel others, and it's just keeps happening, and I just well for you too. It's horrible. You know, I mean, you're spending your gas, and they made the pizzas, and it's bad.
You find it?
So whoever's doing this is
No. I'm going back to my live.
so. Well, thank you for.
That's pretty shitty of somebody to do that to you.
Yeah, it is. It's horrible. So thank you for being understanding, and sorry you had to go through that.
I'm very computer and TV illiterate. So embarrassing.
Bye-bye.
I just know the basics. Oh, I usually, like, because I just watch it on my phone. It's so embarrassing.
Did you search it when you first came to the channel?
I'm already on the way back on my
How many pizzas?
main page. Okay, so YouTube. Let me start from the beginning. I'm going to go back to search.
Sheriff Nanos, Sheriff Nanos dismisses new.
Can you please spell it out for me, hon?
Yeah, it's going to be...
D.
No. It's going to be
Two D's, right?
No, one D. AA, and then juice. JUICE.
Jeez.
Chad, I'm going to go for a smoke. I'll be right back. No, I'm joking. It's going to be a while. It's going to be a while.
I don't know, but I can hear you. Can we just try to start the conversation? Because we've already been delaying.
Well, I don't know. I don't know where you were going with it because I don't think you have the right address.
My thing was there's two different. The facility is weird to me.
Well, I thought you were saying he was at the wrong address, or it wasn't the address that he was.
No,
at.
there's two different addresses. So if you were able to go to 857's rails, shorts, or whatever they call them, and you see that he posted, Annie is shutting down a company.
Correct, yeah.
Due to, it was due to, where's it in my notes? Collective board. Okay, so the collective board was shutting down that facility and would be back in store from when they find a stimulated arrangement. Oh my gosh, how did you miss all of this? How did you miss it?
I didn't. I'm aware of this. I just don't know what other place you're talking about because this is the only place in business that we know of that Annie was at.
Okay, so you know how when he did his reel, he said that Annie has a smithing company, mental smithing studio.
Yeah.
Okay, so the smithing studio address is not at that facility, but that's what it says that it is right there at that location. But that's not. If you Google mental smithing studio, it's a storage facility at 945 Smith Plummer Avenue.
Okay. Smith Plummer. 945 Smith Plummer Avenue.
South Plummer Avenue. It says number 26. I don't know what number 26 is. But you don't even need to do all that.
Maybe they relocated
Just Google
or something.
Mental Smithing Studio. No, it says it even, oh my gosh, I've read every single thing for the Splinter Brothers place. That place is creepy.
So where did you hear this at? Is what I was asking.
I think that she could be buried possibly at this facility. Just in GP, even though it's not a big, the facility is not a big area. The facility is nothing. It's just like the building is on an industrial street.
It looks like it's like a all I got pulled up here was like a sewing place, it looks like, or something like that. But I think she makes like jewelry, to my understanding.
That's what it says. But when you Google it, it takes you to a storage unit. That's the 245 South Palmer Avenue facility. Did you find that 857?
Yeah, we've watched it probably like 10 times since you've been looking.
Okay,
for,
so you read it, right?
Yeah.
The sign specifically said, "We'll be back in store in form when we find a substitute submental arrangement." But that was written by the collective board. Who is the collective board?
Not sure.
Okay. I've read everything. I screenshotted every single page of that facility just in case it gets shut down, because it's going to get put down.
I've never heard of it. Yeah, the only ones I've heard of is the one
It says
the studio that she
the
has.
facility says that it is a spiritual gathering place. There is a picture of Nancy there at that facility.
So are you from Tucson? You went down there, or where did you?
No,
see
it's
this
on
at?
the website. Nancy is on the website.
Oh.
There is a picture of Nancy on their website.
And it's called Mental Smith Studio. Okay, I'll look it up.
No, Splinter Brothers. Splinter Brothers.
Okay.
Mental Smithing Studio is Annie's studio.
Oh,
Splinter Brothers is that building. There's two different things going on at that place. That's what I'm saying. That's why people are getting confused. That building is called Splinter Brothers. Something. Splinter Brothers something. But 857 says that Annie is closing the Mental Smithing Studio at that address. But the Mental Smithing Studio is not that address that he is at. The Mental Smithing Studio is at 245 Smith Plummer Avenue.
Right. Yeah.
Google it.
Yeah.
It's two different places.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I don't see Nancy on here, but I see the website.
Oh, I can send you a screenshot. Nancy's there at that place.
Unless I'm on the wrong website, but I see the.
No,
address here.
it's a weird facility. The facility is weird, and I googled it. The facility supposedly is for sale for a 5-bedroom, 5-bath house. That's what it's under. I'll send you those screenshots also.
So you think that Nancy might be buried here, is what?
Yes.
What you think? Interesting.
Yes, because he said that she's buried in nature. The way that they are perceiving and giving off that this is such a naturist place. No, it's not. That place is not a naturist place at all. I've Googled it. I've Earth Googled it. There's nothing nature about that facility. All is storage, cars, other buildings. It's a industrial street. It's an industrial street. It's an industrial business area. So how is she involved in that?
Not sure. I mean, I think you might be just getting the address. You could be getting the address mixed up. Maybe they have another location.
There is two different addresses.
But
There is two different addresses.
I don't
Okay,
see
let me go.
the address on the website. Oh yeah, so yeah, there is another location. Yeah, it looks like you're right. There is another location for sure.
Yeah, if you Google
But I don't
mental smithing studio, the mental studio is at 245 South Plummer. But if you Google the Splinter Brothers, that's at 901
I just
North 13th Avenue.
I just don't see Nancy on here anywhere, but she might be on here
Oh,
somewhere.
no, she's on there. Go to the website. If you don't want to go to the website, I'll send you a screenshot.
We're on the website, yeah, but I just
Go to the photos. She's right there. She's in blue, and she's there. She's there.
I believe you. But yeah, I mean, I had no idea they had another location.
This is a fake website, and the thing is they say also with the parking, they say we have parking around. I read the whole. There's something fishy about the whole entire place. Is what I'm getting to.
Could be.
Nancy,
I don't see it. But
Annie
I mean, it
does
could
not own a smithing company at that address. First of all.
I don't think she's
And that's
the
what
owner.
it says on the sign. That's what it says on the sign.
Yeah, I don't think Annie is the owner. The owner spoke on the interview. Well, in the interview room, he played the one of the owners that spoke out, and she was talking about how the homeless people got pushed out and pretty much onto their property because they were no longer allowed in that park.
What do you mean by that? Because the sign said something, we will be back because that facility is supposedly free store, free water camping, and charging station.
Yeah. Well, I'm not too sure. I'll look
And
into
do you know that the last time that they posted something before January 22nd, the last post that website posted was October 29th, 2025. The next post that website made was January 22nd.
Yeah. Well, I will look into it, and I appreciate you calling in. I'm going to get to a couple other callers calling in here. And I'll if you want to send me a picture of it, you're more than welcome to.
What number do I send it to? This number?
Yeah,
Because I'm gonna send you the picture of Nancy there. Nancy's there.
Yeah, you can send me the picture of it. If you truly believe she's there, maybe report it, and maybe they'll.
No, there's nothing I can do about it because it was months ago.
Yeah.
The picture was taken in 2025, it said.
Interesting, yeah. I don't know where the photos are on here, but I will look into it when I get a chance here.
When you go to if you Google the address, you go to the website and you click on photos. That's what I did. You'll see Nancy right there. The place is so weird. And then they have signs around the rocks and everything. It's crazy. Is this a specific number that I could send pictures
Yeah,
to
if you want,
to?
you're more than welcome to send me that. I'm gonna get to a couple other calls. I don't mean to cut you off
No
here.
problem, no problem.
And I appreciate you calling in. It's not loading, so I can't pull up the pictures for some reason, but I'll look into it when I get a chance. All right, so I'll talk to you later, Teresa.
Carlos, and pay attention. Pay attention to the littlest things, everybody out there. If you know something, say something.
Yep, I agree.
Find Nancy, bring Nancy home.
Bring
In
Nancy
Jesus'
home.
name we pray, amen.
Indeed. Much love to you.
Thank you, amen.
Mr. Juice.
Hello?
Hello, how you doing? This is Juice.
Hey, Juice. How you doing, man?
I'm all right.
I just
How
want
you
to
doing?
say, man, kudos to all of you guys for what you guys are doing in Tuscan. I'm in Virginia, but I've been following this for the longest time, and you guys are doing an amazing job. I just wanted to give you a call for the patience, and all the stress that I know you guys are going through. With the whole nanos or whatever you want to call the sheriff, but all the information that you give us and provide for us, we're in the East Coast, and we love you guys to death. Alex, Ted, JR, you, all you guys are doing amazing. So I just wanted to just give you a call real quick.
Hey, man, I wish you knew how much I appreciated that, man, and much love to you from the West Coast to the East Coast, man. Much love.
Yeah.
We appreciate
And
the love and
prayers
support.
to you guys, man. All right.
Yes, sir. Likewise,
All
I
right.
appreciate that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, thank you. And shouts to him. I appreciate him reaching out just to share some love, man. I appreciate it. Much love. It's the Juice.
Hey, what's up, Juice?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, just Ray. I ain't here to bother you, man. You just keep doing your thing.
You're good, man. How's it going?
It's doing good, man. Like I said, yeah, work makes money, you know what I mean? And I appreciate what you're doing. And I don't know what to say about that last lady. I don't know.
Yeah, it was. She was just trying to figure it all out. I don't know what was going on either, but she was trying to figure out the channel and the specific place of where Andy might work, saying that it wasn't the place. I don't know, man. I was confused.
Right, man. I see you're tired, and like I said, I'm the real Ray, because some people, I call in a lot of channels, and like I said, they'll put Ray out there, or they'll just put Ray, and that's not me, man. It's not me. I've had to do that a long time ago.
You're all good. Yeah. So you spitting bars today, or?
Oh, I'm spitting bars
I'm
if you
just
want
joking.
to. Well, hey, inside the car or outside the car? And no, I ain't at the bar. That thing closed last night. 3 in the morning, we were spitting rhymes and we were repping like we're phoning.
Hey, man, much love, man. I appreciate you calling in.
Yeah, like I said, if you don't have my number or whatever, I'll get a hold of you some other way. Well, I appreciate you, man, and it's just like, man, today, even late last night, man, up where I'm at, it was like a full moon, fog.
Yeah. So it's a full moon where you're at right now? Because it's a full moon over here for sure.
Oh, I'm like 3 hours away from you.
Oh, so yeah, it should be. Yeah, I don't know if that's the same thing apply. The moon isn't. There's only one moon, so I only assume it's a full moon for everybody tonight. I hope. Maybe not.
Right,
I don't know if it
mine's
works
so
like
foggy I can't see the moon no more. It moved more towards your area, probably.
Okay, I get it.
Towards the west.
Yeah.
I'm in the East Coast.
Yeah.
I try to be ghost. I'm from the East Coast.
You can't be on the East Coast 3 hours away. Where are you at?
The Natty.
And that's 3 hours away from me. You sure you know where I'm at?
I don't put that on. No, I ain't 3 hours away. But what I'm just messing with you, man. I'm just playing with you, man.
Oh, okay. I was like, there's no way.
Because I don't want nobody to actually. I know you're way further than that.
Yeah. Oh, you don't want. Oh, you told me last time. It's all right. I think I remember now. So
Yeah.
you're good.
Hey, but what I'm saying is, you're way. I mean, you're 3 hours away. I mean,
3
your
hours
time
ahead.
is 3 hours different.
Yeah, I'm 3 hours behind you. Yeah. I get you.
See what I'm saying? You're not like 3 hours away.
I got you. I got you.
You're my neighbor.
I get you. I got you.
Right. But I appreciate your show. You keep doing what you're doing, and just do what you do. Keep with that family, man, and I'll always be there, man.
Hey, indeed. Much love, Ray Ray. I appreciate you calling in, and we'll talk again soon.
You think so?
Oh, man, I know so.
Hey, I'm one of them guys, like my daughter said yesterday, when you get them people's number, you keep calling them. I said, because they, you know, they make me feel good. You know, I mean, it's good to talk to you.
Hey, likewise. Likewise.
Now, it's like somebody that's actually doing something, man. A lot of people out here, they're like, they're not giving, I don't know how to say it, man, that you just do what you do.
I got to, man. I can't stop. No stop in my heart. Got to keep going, regardless. Got to keep going.
And heads up and all that, you know what I mean?
I got to.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, man, I will call you. You can block me if you want to, but no, I'm just kidding.
No, I can't. You know I won't do that.
I know, but like I said, I'm going to get off here and let other people get into your call, and much respect is what I'll say.
Hey, likewise, brother. Appreciate you calling, and we'll talk again, and you take care of you and your family as well.
Yeah, my mother's like, who are you calling this early in the morning?
Uh-oh, you're in trouble.
Because I'm here to talk. I'm older guy, but I'm here to, my mom's not in good condition or something, and I'm here to help her.
Well, you're a good person for that. Not too many people out there in the world like that, man. And it requires a lot of patience.
Places.
So.
I mean, I have plenty of places to go, and they're like, why are you still there? And I'm like, well, it's not like I'm a bum or anything. I mean, I paid my dues. I pay my dues, man.
I hear you. I know you pay all your child support too. I remember you telling me.
Oh man, I'm glad I got it. It's gone now.
All right, man. I'll try to get some other callers here, and we'll talk another time.
Hey, and the thing about that is, I knew I had something to do with that, so I had
God
to
dang it, Ray Ray!
I wasn't there. I still had to pay.
Just hang up the phone. All right, man. We'll talk again.
All right, peace out.
All right,
hey,
brother.
say to all the other ones, man. Everybody, all the ones on the your channel.
Say what again?
I said, just say, I love all them on your channel, man. Everybody out there.
Hey, they love you too, man. We got some good people here as a part of the channel, so they hear you loud and clear.
Oh, it's a record year then.
Yes, sir.
But I'll let you go.
All right, man.
All right, peace out.
All right, brother. Peace.
Bye.
Ray Ray, something else, man. You something else, brother. You're something else. Hey, shouts Dobsy. I appreciate the 20 gifted memberships. Much love, man. It's nice to have a good time tonight. At least we're having a good time here. Much love. We had some good laughs. Ray Ray, if you don't get off the phone, I mean, you're clogging up the phone lines. I'm joking, man. We love you, Ray Ray. We love you. He said bye like 5 times and wouldn't hang up. Love you, brother. Thanks for calling in. A 5-minute limit now? Oh man. Shouts Domsey, man. Big shouts Domsey for the 20 gifted. If you guys are officially members of the channel, make sure you thank Domsey for the 20 gifted there. RGS is officially a member, along with 857 Tucson in the building, man. Good to see you, 857 Tucson. Man, I don't know what just happened when it came to you going out to. It all started with you going out to the place where Annie worked, and then from there I was pretty confused. So I can't really tell you, too much from there. Apparently there's another business and we didn't know about it. I didn't know about it. So I mean, she actually did bring something to our attention that I didn't know about. At least I can't speak for everybody else, but I guess there is another business on Plumber, like she's saying. Although I'm not sure if Annie works there or not, or she's, or they've moved the business to there. I don't know. You probably know better than I do, 857. Kate, big welcomes, by the way. You are officially a member, Charlotte, I believe, along with my 3 sons. Ooh, it's a tough one. LaKushla. It looks like Auntie Social, Kathy Count, and Debbie, along with Avatar, Machiavelli. So many people. Blue. Sammy G has questions. Man, so many new members, all thanks to Domsey and of Nugai. And beautiful. Some of these people probably got extended memberships as well, I think. I don't know how the gift, I don't know if the gifteds will do that if there's no new members here. So, man, shouts to Domsey. I can't say it enough. And that thing's still going off. But a lot of people I've noticed are on the East Coast, like Ray was saying. A lot of you guys are probably 3 hours ahead, because right now here in Tucson it's 3:25. So I know a lot of folks are far more ahead. Thanks for the jewel, by the way, Creation. Flicker Faye, good to see you, by the way. South 857 tuning in, guys. If you guys haven't went to check out 857, make sure y'all go check him out and subscribe to his channel. He's covered many cases. You guys know I'm new to this, but I mean, 857 has been in the game for a while. So go check him out when you guys get a chance. I know a lot of you guys are probably familiar with him. It's the juice. Uh-oh. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
How's it going, my man?
I'm hanging in there. How you doing?
I'm all right, man. I'm from Cincinnati. Mad love.
Wow, all the way from Cincinnati. Wow, South Cincinnati, man. What brings you to call
Yeah.
in?
My wife likes to watch you, bro. She loves you and the boys.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Tell her I said hello.
Respect. You know what I mean?
Hey, likewise.
But yo, where you at?
Where am I at? What you mean, like what city I'm in? I'm in Tucson, Arizona.
Y'all are still looking for Nancy.
Still looking, yep. Still searching for answers.
Hey yo, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I wasn't interested in the beginning, but my wife, she watched it so much and watched you and what's the other guy's name?
Criminal Network?
JLR? Yeah.
Ted,
Yeah.
857.
That I got interested too, man. So I just want to send some love, yo, and show y'all some love.
Hey,
y'all keep doing what you're doing.
Hey, we
You're trying to
appreciate
do
it.
you're trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And so I respect that shit. Excuse my language.
No,
Pardon
you're
my
all right.
language.
You're all right. You're all right. You're free to speak how you want to speak on my channel. You're good.
But we appreciate you, bro, and we watch you. All right? We support you.
Hey, love from me to you, man. It's funny because my girlfriend's actually the one who brought the case to my attention, so it's kind of crazy.
Word up. Word
All
up. Respect, respect.
All right, man. Much love. Take care.
All right, peace.
Man, this seems like there's a lot of people in out in Cincinnati. Like I said, a lot of people on the East Coast, man. Shouts to him and his wife reaching out just to send some love. Truly appreciate that. 857 isn't here. He just won a membership. Oh no, he's here. You can't win a membership unless you're not here. 857, where you at? Call in. Call right on in, 857. We need to hear about this business of Annie's. Can you win a membership if you're not here? I don't think you can. I don't think that's possible. So I wanted to ask you guys something, and I put a poll up in the chat. Let me see where we stand with the 80%. Okay, great. I'm glad that 81% said no. So I put a poll up, and the poll was pretty simple and straightforward. It said, is there a drone in the perp's backpack? And 81% said no, 19% said yes. And I think I'm on that same page with the majority of the chat. Yeah, because I don't think there's a drone. But it was very interesting because somebody had brought up that a drone could cause your Wi-Fi to go out. And I think that was on Drunken Turkey's channel. And that was interesting. That was interesting. Although, like I've said before, you know, Dad's Gone Live, Mark the Shark, they've all been out here with drones, and I was live during those times that they've used their drones, and never did I have issues Wi-Fi wise. Well, at least it didn't seem like it. But somebody came on Drunken Turkey show the other day, I don't know if you guys watched it, and stated that there is a drone in the bag, and that's what might be in the perp's pocket as well, is the remote to the drone. And I thought it was interesting because I think that's a possibility. But at the same time, it's also like, why did he need a drone? But if you think about it, it kind of makes sense, because if someone used a drone, and I mentioned this the other day, if someone used a drone, they would be able to see where all those cameras are at, all of the cameras but the one on the door. Because you got to keep in mind, after watching Mark the Shark and Dad's Gone Live fly their drones, they only fly them at a certain height. They don't go down to a certain point. So drones are usually flown at a certain altitude. They're not usually flown like right above the ground. I've never really seen any of them get, you know, too low with the drone, which is crazy. Because for me personally, I'm looking at these guys fly the drone, and I'm like, I would have went lower than that. But it's something to think about. And I was looking at the bag because it looks like there's like, how do I put it in words? Like indents in the bag that kind of makes out the drone. And I guess that's not the best way to put it in words, but I was looking at my video that I had edited with the perp. And if you look at the bag, let's take a look at the bag here. If you look at the bag, it almost does seem like it could be a drone in the back of that bag. It almost you see these sides of the bag, like how it's kind of dark and it kind of outlines a drone here. So I had to think about that. And I'm like, maybe. And remember, there's that little thing in his pocket. Let's see if we can zoom out here. I got the regular original video too. And let's see if we can get to the part where it kind of shows something in his pocket. This one might not be the clearest of the clearest, but actually, I don't think I have the whole video on here. Hold on. Let's move all this. Let me see if I have the whole video here. I think this is the whole video. So right there, you see that there in his pocket there? How it seems like there's like an antenna or something coming out. I'm not too sure what that is exactly. And we've talked about this multiple times. And here, I'll see if I could sharpen that real quick too. Domsey, thanks so much for the gifted memberships. You have gifted 20 more memberships. My goodness, Domsey. God bless you, Domsey, for the 20 gifted. You're insane. Good to see you. I don't know if I've seen you here in a little bit too. Nina has gifted a membership as well. God bless you, Nina, for the gifted. My goodness. What a blessing. If you have became officially a member of the channel, welcome to the family. Welcome to the team, guys. We still got to come up with a juice name. I think I'm going to probably just make one sometime next week. Welcome, guys. Welcome. I don't know if I even got a chance to look at all the members here, but I don't think we'll read all the names on this go around. I wanted to sharpen this video real quick. Let me see. I think it went away, so I can't see all the names. Let me see. 20 gifteds is crazy. What a wonderful person. Shauna Will. Oh my goodness. Boston Girl. I'm just going to read them. Chanson. Tisme XB. It looks like Kel Farm. Amy. RX Della. Tarina. Grandma. Gamer Queen. Jennifer. It also looks like Driftwood Dreamer. Sherry. Lori. True Crime Junkie. Sheila. So many folks now as members. All thanks to Domsey. And it's also cool because like I said before, when a Starlink would be nice, Texas. I don't know if you're talking to me, but a Starlink would be great to have. Good morning. Is it Rakan? I don't know if I said that right, but good morning, guys. Good morning, Dreaming Blue. Yeah, so Drunken Turkey talked about this guy, and I'm just reading the chat here. And I'm going to take this poll off because we don't need it. But yes, Drunken Turkey brought that up, and I figured I'd bring it to you, re-bring it up to you guys' attention. I talked about this yesterday, and I just wanted to see what everybody thought about the bag, or there being a drone in the bag. But like I said, maybe, let's just say, for instance, there is a drone. Maybe he was able to capture all of the cameras surrounding Nancy Guthrie's house with the drone. But again, nobody normally is going to fly a drone this high or that low where you see the perp at, near this door here. You're not going to really have somebody fly a drone that low. So I'm just saying, for instance, maybe he didn't see, you know, that's why he didn't see that Ring camera, because he didn't even bother, you know, flying the drone that low, because normally people don't fly them that low. But also, I mean, it's 2026. For me personally, if I'm, you know, if I'm smart about this, I'm gonna just suspect that there is a Ring camera, because everybody has one nowadays. Who doesn't have a Ring camera? And when you look at the perp coming up to the door, you know how it is. We've seen this 1,000 times. He's coming, he's approaching the door. It's like he's looking at the door, and then all of a sudden, boom, he sees the Ring camera. So I take it, you know, this guy, he did not know there was a Ring camera there. But I'm not saying that, you know, he had a drone. I'm just saying that could be a theory. It could be a true theory. But that's definitely not one of mine. But I personally don't think this guy had any idea there was a camera or a Ring camera. But if he cased the home, you would think so, right? I mean, there's a you know, there's a picture of a still photo where he's standing in front of the house on a different day. But we don't know for sure, for a fact, that this isn't the same day. We were just told that. $857 should be getting some rest because he has court tomorrow, so I'm suspecting that he's not here. I just wanted to wish him well. I'll pray for him tonight before I go to sleep, because he has court tomorrow. Although we did hear that his case did get dismissed, or his charges got dismissed. Not the case. The case we don't know yet, because he's still has to go to court tomorrow. But they did drop the charges. Some of us have been questioning whether or not, that they're going to change the charges. Like Juanita, for instance, she was charged with, she got a citation for parking, and we have been curious to know whether or not they're going to change her charge. We don't know yet. I don't know for sure. Shouts Juanita though. Smart lady, great lady, and she's just awesome. She's been very helpful from day one. Hunter says he's getting it dropped. I think so. I think he'll be in and out. Done, Donna. Done with it. Focus on other matters. I agree. Psychic says the judge will follow suit. I agree. Good point, Julie. What a good point. Julie says, how could they recover video from January 11th when they barely retrieved footage the night of? What a great point. What a great point. I didn't even think about that. Wow. That's a really good point. Let's see if we can get to this call. So we'll take a couple more calls and then I'll hop off here. Mr. Juice.
Hi, Juice.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay. I guess there must be a delay when I watch the video.
Hey, Unjustice, Nikki, thanks for the jewel. Yeah, it's always.
I know why. I must have rewinded it a little bit. Are you still on? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm still live. Yeah, it's just a delay. That's how it is.
Oh, okay. Hi, this is Lee. So,
yeah, I remember.
I was looking at, and I was saying, initially I thought it was a woman's eyes, but then I was researching and Googling that the IR, or infrared radiation, can make the eyes look like a woman's eye.
Mm-hmm.
So more than likely, and the rest of the features or his gait looks like a guy. Okay, so that's one. So I dismissed the part where I was thinking it's a woman the whole time. And I was just wondering, is his jacket have a star right by him on his left side?
Does it have a star right next to it on the left side? I'm not too sure. It's hard to really tell.
Because I thought it was brought up on Nancy Grace back in the early weeks. I don't know if the people are saying that on the chat. But anyway, so Nancy Grace brought that up, but I was thinking unless the jacket itself was already made with the black star, other than that, if it's customized to where he had the jacket put on, because if you look at the earlier videos of Nancy Grace, I think they made a comment about that. But anyway, I'm thinking if it were customized, because Black Star, from my understanding, and my boyfriend mentioned this too, because Black Star could mean David Bowie, right? He's a singer who passed away, I think, a year ago. He's a musician who's well known for music that are kind of like on the dark side. So anyway, Black Star is his last album. I know I'm being finicky about this, but it may mean something because it sounds like this person was prepared and well groomed, right? So
I think so.
And so the Black Star is more like he's thinking, my boyfriend was saying that could be that album Black Star, the last one was about, if you watch the video, it's really strange, like about death. But David Bowie is pretty creative with his music, so I don't want to criticize him so much. I'm just describing mostly how his music is. So for this person, maybe has an interest in music. Okay, so it could be maybe someone in the band, friends of, Tommaso. I'm not saying it's Tommaso, though. I'm not going to point someone specifically, but I'm just saying that could be one indication that he could be, he prepared himself like this. Maybe he was being fancy and, I like music, so I might as well wear, this jacket that has a Black Star. And, and another thing too is, another third thing that I just recalled, remember the guy with the bald guy, and he wears the two backpacks?
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, so I was looking at, when I was Googling, and this guy who does also crime videos, his name is, his channel, I believe, is called, or at least his name, ICK. I don't know if you're familiar with that guy. So anyway, I look at his video showing the double backpack guy, and he was showing in the beginning of that YouTube of his a location. He didn't give the exact location, but he showed the map, kind of like in circle, showing where approximately where that location, that backpack guy was reported to be at.
Yeah.
Well, it's in Grant. I think there's a Grant Road, Grant and First Avenue, around there.
Alverno?
I don't know if you're familiar. Los Altos Avenue, Geronimo. Does that sound familiar to you? It's kind of like close to a Fry store.
Yes,
Fry's grocery store.
So probably probably more so like Fort Low and Grant and Geronimo. Yeah, it could be a Grant and Geronimo, but they run the same way, so probably not. It'd probably be more like Grant, like more so like Country Club in Geronimo or Alvernon in Geronimo.
Yeah, something like that. she want, and anyway, and that location is not too far. It's like north of where the collective location where Annie does the like jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
Splinter Collective, the one that was that the one that just recently closed down?
Yeah.
Anyway, so the backpack guy is just a few minutes away north of that
Good point.
collective location. So, and that's not too far, right, from Nancy's place or the couple's name, A&T. So, but anyway, it's kind of makes sense a little bit now, although they were disregarding that. But nanos would say anything to disregard that might be a possibility, right? Because she seems to be concealing or hiding things. So anyway, I just thought to bring that up because I go, wait a minute. And some of the early videos when JLR showed the videos, and some of the chat people were saying, oh, this guy, he has blood on his hands, his pocket, or whatever. So if you look at that, because, and what his name is on the YouTube guy, IC2 starts, I believe. But if you Google it and type in double backpack guy, and
I'm watching him. I got him up on here.
oh, okay, good. And on his video, he shows the guy's face. It's not blurred out. So you might want to review that.
Yeah, I saw that too. I know. I don't know why they're blurring this guy's face. I'm assuming because it's not the same guy. Do you think this is the same guy?
I think so because look, it was 1:00 a.m.
Yeah. So just a
around
little bit
the
before.
time.
Yeah.
And when he walked away, that fence, going back to the road or whatever, someone pointed. Actually, you would see it in a different angle. There's a white car there that looked like the what was the name? A Kia? What's the name of the Kia? Excuse me, not a Kia.
Kia Soul.
Kia Road. Kia, yeah, exactly. And so, because it's just kind of, making more sense now a little bit. Don't you think? Like we're getting close to. That's what I'm feeling on this.
I feel like we're
case.
getting closer, but I feel like this is a completely different guy. I don't know why. And then also the backpacks don't match. They're different bags. Not to say he
Well, you
didn't
don't
switch
know.
clothes or anything like that, though, because that's
Right.
definitely possible. I think I
It's
remember
exactly the same.
yeah, I think I remember there being blood on the
Backpack and also his
yeah.
pocket. But you can coincidentally, about 1 a.m. on February 1st, he happens to be carrying two backpack, and it's just kind of curious about that, and it being close to the location of the collective location where Annie works. So just kind of
It's about
coincidental.
about
Yeah.
7 minutes away.
6
Yeah.
minutes,
Probably about
right?
6
6
minutes.
minutes
Yeah.
drive, 51 minutes walk.
Yeah.
So, but that's just a thought. But anyway, I'll leave you be, and you have a good morning.
You too. Thanks for calling. Call anytime, and I appreciate you calling.
Okay. Bye-bye, Juice. Blessings.
Much
Bye-bye.
love. Yeah, I remember when this pretty much came out. This is just after the time that Nancy went missing. It's before. He could have went there before Nancy or before she was taken or after. I think they were saying, like she said, it was around like 1 a.m. in the morning or something like that. Somebody did point out that he did have blood on his hand, and he also had blood on the backpack as well, from what I could see. Although I think this is just a completely different person. At first I questioned it though, but now I'm just like, I don't think so. I think it's a different person. Mr. Juice.
Hey, Juice, this is Hunter. That's on live with you.
Oh, hey, how you doing, Hunter?
Pretty good. Did Alex fill you in? I spoke to Alex and told Alex that I went through the same situation, was charged for the same thing. I'm over here in Georgia, and I do some live media, but I don't get too much on, post my stuff on Facebook or nothing like that because I know how stuff gets going. But anyway, I was telling Alex.
You were on his channel yesterday, right?
Yes, I was.
I think I caught a little bit
I
of it.
was covering a case over here in Georgia of the Natalie Jones case. Okay, and I was actually the one that actually helped find the car and all that stuff. You have to go pull her up and read about it. But anyway, I went in the case with him pretty deep. But I got charged for the same thing that you was charged with. Okay, and I went to court. I didn't admit to nothing. I didn't admit to a what they call a plea bargain. I cranked the jury up, man. If they want to spend my money, I'm going to spend their money.
So it went all the way to a jury.
Yes, sir. And let me tell you this. The judge laughed. The judge said, okay, well, we're going to take it to jury trial. Actually, it was a 12-man jury. It was half female and half, it was all mixed. But anyway, they was all over there laughing about the case. And the judge spoke up and told the state, look, we got better things to try on little nicky stuff like this. We got felonies we need to try. Stuff like that. And y'all want to come in here saying that this man, he had more rights. As long as he's respecting her property or stuff like that, and be respecting the other person's property, have more rights to sit there and film. You have rights to walk up and down that street. That's a public street. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what and dude, I won that case. I know it I did it on purpose because I knew for a fact that I was going to win. The lawyer that I had didn't hardly charge me nothing. He knew he was going to win it. He knew they was pissing in the wind.
So pro bono lawyer. Wow.
Yeah. But anyway, and he was a criminal defense lawyer. He wasn't nothing like, what I'm saying? He's one of my family lawyers, and he said, man, this is crazy. People do it every day. If you got cameras in your car, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nothing they can do about it. That's a public street. As long as you're not on their property, you respecting their property and all that stuff, you wasn't harassing nobody. You was doing what that you do. And like I said, at the end of the day, they may offer you a plea, don't take it, because the state knew they was in trouble. They knew. The only thing they had was we was on, they tried to come up with this crap. Oh, we was on some type of easement. But see, here's the thing about the easement thing. They really don't own that easement if you really want to think about it. Because the county will just be. And then at the end of the day, I turn around after all that was over with, I sued them. And I won the suit as well.
What state are you in?
I'm in Georgia.
Georgia.
And law, I want to tell you, amendment law falls everywhere, man. It's not just Georgia. It's South Carolina. It's not Florida. You amendment, you was violated, man.
Yeah, and I think it's much stricter in Georgia. To be honest, I went there this year.
It's here. But let me tell you something. As long as you are respecting their property, and not own their property, if you across the road, there's nothing they can do about it. If a person across the road gave you permission to be on their property, fine and dandy. So if they're gonna try to push this on you, they need to push it on that female news reporter or whatever her name is that gets out of that car. She knew the whole time what was going to happen.
Yes, she did. And she broke the law right after we supposedly did, right?
Right. And as far as this poop and stuff, that lady next door they need to do something to her because of the fact that she put feces or whatever you want to call that on. You know, that's dirty.
That's a nuisance.
Yes, it is.
That's a nuisance. Yeah. To be real. I mean, and she said it. She admitted it on camera.
It's going to carry on. They're going to try to carry it on as long as they can. But I want to tell you something. You spending their money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you got a couple of grand and a trial on a little thing like that. That judge ain't going to take that too happy. You know, and the reason why they probably throwing 8 pitch the other one out is because of the fact that they don't have nothing.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like they don't really have nothing on you. Do they got evidence of you being on their property?
Not at all. I've never went on anybody's property ever.
Okay. Well, they got to
Ever.
show all that. You know, hearsay is not really is good in court. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can be in a place filming in a community that's really got a lot of people living in there. If they go to raising hell because, well, see, here's the thing. That's probably the reason why they did it, because of the 911 call that they would get harassing of the community calling in.
Mm-hmm.
They feel for their safety. You know what I'm saying? Well, what's the difference? When you got somebody over there abducting older people in houses and taking them out and dumping them and stuff like that, that's the ones you need to think about.
Yep. You're 100% correct.
Not us news people. You know what I'm saying?
You're 100% correct.
I mean, my hat's off. And see, I was telling Alex about my drone.
Yeah.
You know, I got a drone, man, will blow your mind. I can set a 12-ounce can of Coca-Cola on top of that joker. It'll carry it.
Wow.
And I was telling Alex about it. I take my drone, not too many folks know it, the city over here, they use my drone when they need it.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't have, I don't know what you want to call it, too many people that knows how to fly one. But my drone, it picks up infrared. It had picked up that blood right there on that was shown on the doorstep right there at her house. And somebody was saying about flying drones real low. If you got a drone that will get out of the way real quick, a lot of people do fly them. I see them around here do it all the time.
Because I've noticed when I've watched Dad's Gone Live fly the drone, it was
he's got
always low. It was, always at a certain height. It was never low. So I always suspected, you guys play it safe when you guys fly drones.
Like I was telling Alex, when you fly a drone a certain amount of altitude, you got to get what they call the FAA fly space.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get the approval. You have to get the approval, yes. And see, mine, if I go up above like 500 feet or 600 feet, let's say, I have to call FAA and they call fly space. When I got this drone, I had to register it through the FAA and get what they call FAA number.
Uh-huh.
A lot of those big drones, you got to get a clearance and get a FAA number. And when you get a FAA, you pretty well can fly them anywhere you want to fly them, except for military bases. They'll shoot them down.
Yeah, I want to get a drone, and I've always been skeptical whether or not I know how to fly a drone, but it'd be nice to get one. It seems like they're pretty common sense, though.
And I was asking Alex of her pacemaker. Well, there's a lot of people has been being misinformed about a pacemaker. They had to cut that pacemaker out of her.
Yeah, people.
That pacemaker is underneath her skin.
I was just gonna say that people don't understand how close it is to. It's not. People think it's in the heart, but it's not in the heart, like right near the heart. It's really literally right under the
like
skin.
A port. It's almost like a port they put in you to do kidney dialysis and stuff like that.
Yeah, Exactly. And 9 times out of 10, anybody would survive that, you know, if somebody were to
Right.
cut it out.
But they'll bleed. They'll bleed out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But see, not only that, to deactivate a pacemaker, and you can call. I done talked to some specialists about it. You got to actually deactivate and crush that battery inside that pacemaker.
A lot of people think they have a base.
You just can't deactivate a pacemaker by a cell phone. What the cell phone do is like a GPS or whatever. The doctors can even follow that pacemaker.
Yeah. They don't have a base, right? Like when you leave home, it has like a base that sits there.
There
you
he
know,
is.
Is there? Okay.
Right.
Because I've never seen one in my facility.
The doctors have their way of following that pacemaker. It's just like as long as you got internet. But listen to this. It's just like my wife. She's got this blood pressure. Her blood pressure is being monitored. She has to take it twice a day. It simply goes right straight into the doctors. They could tell every time she does her blood pressure.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm just saying. But anyway, dude, just hold your head up. You got this.
Hey, I appreciate that. This call was well needed too. I'm glad you called. I really am.
Yep. It's a bunch of BS, and they violating your rights, and they know it.
Man,
That Pima County Sheriff, excuse me for saying that Pima County Sheriff, he's a blanky blank blank.
I'm hoping for the best. You know, I'm not, you know, I'm not gonna get my hopes up, you know, and expect the same outcome you had, but I'm definitely hoping for the best as far as just getting everything.
Don't take no plea bargain.
No, I'm fighting for sure, without a doubt.
Yep. All right. God bless, man.
Thanks for calling. Much love to you.
All right, bye-bye.
Wonderful call, much needed call. I'm glad he called. I overheard, and I heard him a little bit on Criminal Network's channel yesterday, but I didn't get a chance to really you know, hang out and listen. I don't know what I was doing at the time. I think we were actually live at the time. But like he said, he's in Georgia. He was charged for the same thing. He ended up taking his to trial, and it came down to a jury. That's crazy to me. I'm really hoping this doesn't get that far, but I'm not going to talk about any of that. But I mean, that's just crazy. That's just crazy. I'm glad he beat that. And I went out to Georgia. Georgia's much more strict than we are here. You would be happy to be in Tucson, Arizona, if you went to Georgia and you saw how strict some of their laws are out there. You know, like for instance, marijuana isn't even legal out there. Not that that matters, and not that I even smoke it anymore, but I'm just saying that's just, you know, an example. I mean, they're much more strict in Georgia. Huh? The liquor stores, I mean, yeah, everything is just you would be thankful to be here in Tucson, going from here to Georgia. Trust me. I've been there before, and I didn't spend much time there either. I think I spent like half a day there. But man, shouts to that caller. That was a wonderful, wonderful call. Wonderful call. I actually needed to hear that right now too. Flicker Faith, thanks so much for the $5 super chat, by the way. She says, where's Nancy? Bring Nancy home. I couldn't agree more. Guys, I wanted to thank you guys all for your love and support tonight. I wanted to thank you guys all for just coming out and spending time with me here, sharing your thoughts. You know, I appreciate the fact that we can all get together and brainstorm and you know, just share our opinions and continue to come together to keep Nancy's name out there. And we're, like I've told y'all before, we're going to continue doing this. We're not going to stop. There's no stop in my heart. And I'm highly thankful for the community that I have. And, you know, the goal is to maintain and stay consistent, not only with this, but, you know, with upcoming cases as well. I want to thank you guys all for coming out here though tonight. And I hope you guys all have a great, blessed rest of your night. I will see you guys tomorrow. Much love to you all. God bless you guys. I got to go to bed because I got work in the morning. Chime in with me tomorrow. We'll be live tomorrow, I hope. If I'm not live tomorrow, I will see you guys on Thursday, though. Or Wednesday, I'm sorry. What's tomorrow? Tuesday. So more than likely, I'll probably end up seeing you guys on Wednesday. But much love, guys. Much love. Big salute to all you guys tuning in. Stay safe. Let's continue praying for one another. Let's continue to send a message regardless. It's your boy, the Juice. I'll see you guys next time, folks.
We won't bow down. Yeah. They shut the gate too fast. Call it peace, call it class. But I see who they wave through, and I see who they ask to move. Porch lights on the same old block, same old story, same old talk. If your skin says you don't belong, they can make a wrong look strong. But the fences don't define us, and the fear they feel will blind us. Every face they try to hide still stands right here tonight. Keep us out, keep us out, keep us out. We know what that is about. Keep us out, keep us out. We won't bow down. Keep us out, keep us out, keep us out. Your fear won't right the route. Keep us out, keep us out. We won't bow down. Names get tossed like stones from a driveway built on loans. They pointed brown hands first, then pretend they don't rehearse. But the steps on every street carry more than whitewashed dreams. We belong where we stand, no permission in our hands. Yeah, and the silence won't protect you when the pattern keeps on showing. Every wall they build in pride makes the truth come back alive. Keep us out, keep us out, keep us out. We know what that is about. Keep us out, keep us out. We won't bow down. Keep us out, keep us out, keep us out. Your fear won't right the route. Keep us out, keep us out. We won't bow down. Let it crack, let it show. Every lie they try to grow, one by one, the voices rise till the whole thing can't disguise. Keep us out, keep us out, keep us out. We know what that is about. Keep us out, keep us out. We won't bow down. Keep us out, keep us out, keep us out. Your fear won't right the route. Keep us out, keep us out. We won't bow down. We won't bow down. Yeah. They shut the gate too fast. Call it peace, call it class. But I see who they wave through, and I see who they ask to move. Porch lights on the same old block, same old story, same old talk. If your skin says you don't belong, they can make a wrong look strong. fences don't define us, and the fear they feed will blind us. Every face they try to hide still stands right here tonight. Keep us out, keep us out, keep us out. We know what that is about. Keep us out, keep us out. We won't bow down. Keep us out, keep us out, keep us out. Your fear won't right the route. Keep us out, keep us out. We won't bow down. Names get tossed like stones from a driveway built on loans. They pointed brown hands first, then pretend they don't rehearse. But the steps on every street carry more than whitewashed dreams. We belong where we stand, no permission in our hands. Yeah, and the silence won't protect you when the pattern keeps on showing. Every wall they build in pride makes the truth come back alive. Keep us out, keep us out, keep us out. We know what that is about. Keep us out, keep us out. We won't bow down, 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 down. Keep us out, keep us out, keep us out. Your fear won't right the route. Keep us out, keep us out. We won't bow down, 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 down. Let it crack, let it show. Every lie they try to grow, one by one, the voices rise.